Here for BehindTheGloves.com, with Robert Diaz. We just saw Canelo go the distance against John Ryder. What are your thoughts on his performance?
You know, I mean, personally, I thought it would be a distance fight. I thought it broke him down round by round, but we got to give hats off to John Ryder. I mean, he didn't come to survive. After a few rounds, he could have. Nobody would have criticized him if he doesn't come out. If he's, you know, they stopped the fight. Like Eddie said earlier, he was competitive. He was trying. He didn't just try to finish the fight, but he was trying to win it all the way through the end. So hats off to him. As far as Canelo, I think, yeah, he tried to get the knockout to give the fans something that they wanted, a knockout. But again, John Ryder's physically the bigger man. Saul's coming from a smaller weight class. A lot of people didn't give John Ryder like he was a threat. They didn't give him credit. But the guy was dangerous. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. Came up the hard way. Nothing was given to him. So he came to win.
John Ryder just said, you know, Canelo's past his prime. And what do you make of those statements that maybe Canelo's already downhill?
I don't think it's that he's past his prime. He's fighting in a weight class that's not his. He's fighting bigger men, and he's winning based on talent. But it's not that he's past his prime. He's fighting bigger men. He gets tired because these guys are bigger, you know, and he can feel the punches. But you have a kid that was a welterweight, super welterweight, and now fighting at super middleweight and actually hurting and dropping bigger guys. I mean, you got to give him credit.
And
there.
maybe once again at 175, you know, if he wins that rematch against Bivol, do you think that rematch will happen at 175?
No, knowing Canelo, because obviously we worked with him, I worked with him for many years, and I know him, and I know what type of fighter he is. I believe he will not have it outside of 175. Personally, I wouldn't like to see it. I mean, you've made history by beating Kovalev and won the 175. There's nothing more to prove. I mean, the higher you get, the more difficult it gets.
So would it make sense to get that Benavidez fight if he wants to see it?
You know what I'd love? I'd love that Charlo fight, or do a Charlo Benavidez and the winner gets Canelo. I mean, it's like you get the best of those both worlds. You get this guy a semifinal, and then the winner gets the finalist.
Makes total sense.
Robert, to piggyback on the question that he asked about Canelo, if he's past his prime or not, could it be maybe because, you know, John Ryder was coming forward as well, he was a southpaw, and Canelo just wasn't using his waist that much like he was before? Could it be also because that was a little tricky fighter for Canelo?
I think so. I mean, one, you have a southpaw. Two, you have, again, a physically bigger man, a guy that was not going to take a step back. But remember, Saul is a counterpuncher, and most of the fight, he was pushing forward. Saul's best move is like when you attack him, and yes, bends the waist, makes you miss, and then counters you. Today, he was the aggressor. He was trying to get that knockout for the fans.
Still, you know, on the same topic of that, I mean, even if he is past his prime, what a lot of people are saying, I mean, look what he's done in the past 3 years. I mean, he didn't take a break for almost 2 years. Could it be also that?
It could be his body. Look, I mean, he turned pro at 15. He's 32, 33. He's been, what, 17, 18 years old. The sparring, the amount of fights, it takes its toll on the body. As much as you feel good, you feel healthy, you feel strong, the body says, hey, I need a break. So personally, beautiful. He takes a couple years off and then comes back or something, you know, but just to rest the body. But knowing him, he's going to keep wanting the challenges.
So you're kind of suggesting that Canelo should probably take a good, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years, a little break, just because, I mean, we've seen all, you know, the top elite fighters that did it. I mean,
exactly.
You know, I mean, Oscar did it. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Mayweather
did it. Manny did it.
Manny did it. I mean, it's...
And then the body rests at the same time, and you create more of that anticipation because the fans want to see you back. So it wouldn't be a bad thing.
He's undisputed 168, so basically you'll have to drop all his titles or vacate all his titles. I mean, that's something that...
Canelo doesn't need titles. I mean, with all due respect to all the organizations, Canelo's at a point where a long time ago he didn't need titles.
Last question for me. Let's make the comparison real quick. With all due respect to the great Julio Cesar Chavez, do you still say Canelo has surpassed him? Was he right behind him as one of the legends? With all due respect, you know.
Absolutely. Look, Julio is one of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. It's eras. It's everybody has their own time. The matches that he was able to have with the Camacho, you know, everybody has their own time. Saul's not done yet, so we can't really compare right now to did he surpass him? And it is a different era today now with the social media and the stream. He's become a bigger star, but his career is not over yet, so we got to compare it once they're both done.
First, and lastly, love the outfit.
Thank you.
Always
Appreciate
looking fresh. You gotta tell you that. Always looking fresh.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you.